everyone, for AZ Central Sports. I'm Katherine Fitzgerald here with Bob McManaman and Kent Summers for our last regular season version of this Cardinals preview show. There could still be a postseason. That's what we're going to talk about today as the Cardinals get ready to face the Rams in Week 17. And there's still a little up in the airness around the situation for Kyler Murray, whether or not he'll be ready to play. But the Rams are going to be playing with a backup quarterback. So a lot going on with a lot on the line. And mostly we need to see if the Cardinals will have that sense of urgency that they lacked last week against the 49ers. Bob, what do you make of that coming into a game like this after kind of a dismal showing last week?
There's no excuse if they don't show up with a sense of urgency. It's do or die, win or go home. And for a team that we all thought was capable of going to the playoffs, they've had their share of stinkers, including last week. You can't have one anymore. Excuses are over with. I don't want to hear it anymore. I don't want to see another crappy game like last week. And I don't think we're going to see that. I think they're going to respond. They have to respond. If they don't, there's going to be big changes on this team somewhere, somehow. I guarantee it.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that. I mean, we've seen it from this team all year, at least once every month, from the Lions game to the Panthers game to the Patriots game to what happened last Saturday. I find it a little bit unbelievable that you're playing a home game against a team that was so beat up and you come out and score 12 points. I mean, to me, there are already serious problems. And if they come out and play like that against the Rams, if they let a quarterback who's never taken a snap in an NFL game help a team beat them, then yeah, if I'm Michael Bidwell, I'm evaluating the whole organization after this one.
Yeah, Justin Pugh mentioned it this week that not only are they playing for the playoffs, but jobs are on the line if they lose. It's bigger than just what they do in the postseason here, especially after that 20-12 loss at home against the 49ers. So what are you guys going to be looking for this week as the Cardinals try to bounce back and head to the playoffs? Kent?
I'm looking at, will this be a bounce back game for the offense after a poor performance against the 49ers where they were not only outplayed but seriously outcoached? It's going to be difficult against that Rams defense. How successful do I think they are with the passing game in the first half? I mean, I know it's easy to say they need to establish Kenyon Drake, but he does most of his damage in the second half of games when they've got the lead. And they need to be more efficient in the passing game. They've got to get something deeper out of DeAndre Hopkins. They've got to protect Kyler Murray and or Chris Streveler, or Hundley, whoever is back there. And then defensively find some way to throttle this Rams offense. I mean, we saw it in the meeting a few weeks ago where they just run bootleg after bootleg after bootleg, and the Cardinals lose contain every time. And Jared Goff would just complete these 15-yarders and just move down the field with hardly any resistance. Those are things I'll be looking for.
Yeah, even in some of their wins, the Cardinals have made it a lot more interesting than they needed to be when you mentioned that first half, second half differential. Bob, what are you looking for?
Well, to me, it's obvious. It's how they handle the new kid, the rookie who's never played in the NFL, and John Wolford. And look, like I said earlier, no excuses. You got to take it to this kid and show him this is December football. He's never seen NFL football, let alone December football, Week 17, where it's all or nothing. And so they're going to have to get to him. He's going to do a lot of golf-like things. That's what McVay does with his quarterbacks. There's a lot of trickery, a lot of misdirection. He's got two or three great receivers. Cooper Kupp has always been a problem here. This kid is in the NFL for a reason, apparently. And if he's allowed to hook up with those guys, especially in those 8 to 15-yard range where McVay loves to kill opponents, it's going to happen again, and it can't happen again. So destroy John Wolford is the key to the game, and if you don't, you're destroyed.
Wolford did lead the AAF in touchdowns with 14, and he did update his LinkedIn to say that he is quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams. So, those are some things to consider, certainly, but outcome is the most important. Bob, what are you predicting this Sunday?
Well, If it was Jared Goff, I'd pick the Cardinals to lose this game. They haven't beaten the Rams in 7 straight. Now, this isn't the same Rams lately. They've only scored 30 points or more 3 times in wins. The Cardinals have done that 7 times this year. I still think the Cardinals are going to win this game, but especially because of the mystery man, John Wofford. And look, I wouldn't be doing that if Jared Goff was playing. I'd pick against the Cardinals, and I don't think they would do it, but I think they will because of this and this alone.
Yep.
Oh, but 20-13, low scoring and boring and ugly.
Ken, how about you?
Yeah, I've gone back and forth on this one. I keep thinking, okay, the Cardinals couldn't play poorly that poorly 2 weeks in a row, and then I think, well, the Rams couldn't play that poorly 3 weeks in a row, lose to the Jets, Seahawks, and then the Cardinals. Could they and fall all the way out, possibly out of the playoffs? I think the Rams are the team that's going to rebound. I think they're going to rally around the quarterback, and I think they're going to win this with defense. I think they're going to throttle the Cardinals' offense. Just a hunch, and I think it's going to be Rams 21-17.
What I see the most is heartbreak in the future of the Arizona Cardinals fans, but it's a matter of whether that happens this week or if they get everyone excited, they make it to the playoffs and then just let everyone down a week from now or a little later down the road, since that's kind of been the vibe of Arizona sports teams for so long, just this hope and this heartbreak. So I think that makes it really hard to predict, but I think they squeak this one out, maybe a weird overtime game, something, but that uncertainty of what Wofford will be able to do, I think is such a determining factor here. Even if Kyler Murray is banged up, I think the Rams defense is going to get to him a lot. So I think it'll be close, maybe a 24-21.
Who wins?
Cardinals.
It's been that kind of year, folks.
Yeah, you heard it here. We'll have all your coverage with a little more certainty on the winner after the game on azcentral.com.